everyone, and welcome back to another sim video. It is the part 2 of our Teen a Day challenge. Basically just like counting down the days until high school pack. It's called High School Years, right? High School Years pack comes out. Yep. Again, if you don't know what we're doing, this is the Teen a Day challenge by DizzyWhims. If you are interested, go check out in the link in my description. Basically it was to bring excitement around the pack coming out, and it has prompts to make a sim a day until the pack comes out on the 28th, which is 1 week from today, I think? I don't know how to count. But yeah. And last time we discussed that I do not know how math works. I could have easily done 7 each episode and split it up by 4. But fun fact, no, because this was recorded before I discovered that. So it's going to be, I think, 8866. So we are on the second set of 8 right now. This sim is our party thrower. I just basically made him look cool. You know? This next one is 16 and pregnant. So basically you always have to use like a cheat around this. I went to the gallery and found a pregnant sim, but I'm like, I don't want to just steal their style, so I just went for the baby, basically, and then changed up her face to exactly what I wanted it to look like, you know, and changed it as much as I could so that it wasn't plagiarism. But because if you don't know how The Sims works, you can't have a pregnant teen without mods. So she is the only one in this set that is technically age young adult, but it's fine, you know? Well, because technically people do upload pregnant teens to the gallery, it's just, it doesn't show stomach-wise, and usually, for some reason, when I put them into cast, it like removes it, because it's like, nah, you can't do this, get out of here with your cheating ass. I'm like, you know, fair enough. But basically, for her, my inspiration was just young, innocent, but you know she's gonna do well at it, but you can tell that there's some worry behind her eyes there, because she didn't mean for this to happen, but what you gonna do? So, and then I basically just kind of took a note from, like, teen dramas, you know, and basically chose to just try and find wardrobe that from the front would make her not look pregnant, because, you know, like teen dramas, oh, she's pregnant in high school, she's wearing clothes to try and hide it as long as she can. So I'm trying to find clothing that just does that, and it's when I realized a lot of my clothes, especially custom content, is always made to be like a crop top, which doesn't help the situation really at all. But I basically just was trying to go for like really baggy clothing that literally just from the front, if you look at her from the front, you can't really see it. And that's kind of exactly how this outfit looks. It's casual, but also extremely baggy, which is what I wanted to go for, because I feel like it makes the most sense. This next sim is our theater kid, and to be completely honest, like I said in the last episode, this challenge is kind of hard for me because my high school experience, no one dressed a certain way, like stereotypical wise. Everybody acted that stereotype, but no one dressed stereotypically, so I wasn't too sure how to dress these kind of sims. So basically for the theater kid, I decided to basically make her look like someone who's going on an audition, like that kind of stereotype. Hair up, cleanish face, and then, you know, that stereotypical like black turtleneck, and just like wearing all black, but specifically the black turtleneck, which is this one I didn't know, like, many people could probably say, well, theater kid probably dresses like Rachel Berry in Glee, and as I said in the first episode of this, To me, yes, Rachel acted exactly like a theater kid would. But to me, she dressed like a class president. And there are so many other prompts in here where that outfit makes more sense. So I was trying to find a differentiation. So I decided to take that here, but it's whatever. To each their own, I guess. Up here is the bully. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I think I took a note from like 80s movies, 80s bullies. Even more specifically, technically this isn't an 80s movie, but it's like set in the 80s. It, the horror movie, I kind of based it off of Bowers. Basically, not the most attractive looking person, but he still somehow will make you feel like shit, and it's usually because he feels like shit. But I had a lot of fun making him, mainly due to the fact that, I don't know, I think I had fun making him because I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I literally based it off Bowers. I'm like, he is a kid with a dad of authority, in his case, military, that takes it out on everybody else. And that's exactly what I did. And I was having a good time with that. This one is our in a rock band sim. So basically, I kind of just mixed up rebel and emo. Cause like I said, some of these prompts just, to me, personally, seem like they overlap a lot. So I have to, that's why there's so many pauses in this video. Like, yes, it's sped up, but you can tell where there's just time where I'm staring. And it's literally due to the fact that I'm trying to think. I am trying to think of what could differ between this sim and the two other sims that are basically almost identical to this sim. But how to make this one different. Did I find out? I might have. I think I just went for like heavier makeup because it makes more sense. Like darker makeup, edgy. I think instead of like a rock band, I kind of went with a punk band. But that's just where my talents lie. How about just in a band? You know? Technically, someone else could probably go, oh, I'd say she's in a rock band. I'm like, good, because that's what it's supposed to. But basically, I gave her piercings out the wazoo, because I just feel like that fits, you know? I don't know. I really like how she came out. I originally wanted to give her this afro, but then I'm like, that kind of, to me, says more 70s than rock. Like, it would be like disco. So then I gave her this hair, which I absolutely love. And of course, it has the option to dip dye the ends of it. And I was checking a bunch of colors, but like, I fell in love with the green, because the green just, to me, felt like punky enough, like punky rock. Because the other ones are just like, oh yeah, I dip dyed my hair. The green one really just gave me alt vibes, so I'm like, yes, please. And obviously, I took a note, and I'm like, I've gotta give her those fingerless gloves. I accidentally took them off, but I give them back. And then I was originally gonna give her fishnets, but I'm like, no, I gave the fishnets to the emo sim. And then I remembered I have these ones that just straight up have holes in them. I'm like, yes, please and thank you. And I really just wanted to, like, I don't know, I just gave this like sense of edginess, doesn't give a fuck. To me, that's what makes the most sense, so I don't know. Up next is our loner. If I'm completely honest, I kind of based her off of me, but also like not really. I basically wanted to make them basically look gender neutral, because kids are mean, and if you don't fit the norm, you're gonna get bullied for it. So basically I figured that would be their story. that they don't look the way that their classmates want them to, and that makes them bullied, so they'd rather just, like, exist not in school. You know? They want to just be left alone. Basically, I looked at this sim, and I said, does this sim look like they would get bullied by that bully that I made? The answer, yes. Well, then my job here's done. But I really do love that sim. Up next, we've got our quarterback, and to be completely honest, I found this one kind of hard just due to my lack in CC. I wasn't sure how to dress them, but he is absolutely adorable. I will tell you that right now. And I ended up pretty much just, you know, going for that Letterman jacket. So I basically did quarterback, but like not playing. Basically Glee. Finn's Glee, always wearing that Letterman jacket. And I was struggling my ass off to find it. Like, I know it exists. Where the shit is it? And then I was struggling for pants. I'm like, they usually wear sweatpants, but I just wasn't getting the right sweatpant vibes from any of them. Because, like, I either liked the color, hated the cut, or liked the cut, hated the color, you know? Also, I'm sorry that my, what do you want to call it? That my shader's turned off, and it's because my toggle button is set to Q, and there was a Q in quarterback, and it said nothings. But basically, I was confused for a quick second because I'm like, why can't I add another sim? If you have a pregnant sim, it counts that sim in your household, so I'm like, I only have 7, why can't I add another one? It was straight up because that sim, there were technically 2 sims on my list, I just didn't see it. This is our gamer, so basically, my inspiration is to make him look smelly and lonely, doesn't care about hygiene, just cares about beating records, sitting in his room for hours on end. I'm totally not calling myself out. No, it's fine. But yeah, basically that is part 2 of our Teen a Day challenge. I'd offer you to download them, but they're all custom content, and I'm not one of those people that's overly organized with my custom content, so I can't just like give you the list of them. But if you like the bases, I could probably upload them. Just let me know in the comments below. My EA ID, I think, is just Media Read. We have 2 more episodes of this going out Tuesday and Thursday, because we split it up into 4, and I think Thursday is when the pack comes out. So, yeah. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and like it. Turn notifications on if you want. It would help me out a lot, but I understand if it overwhelms you, because they overwhelm me sometimes. But with that, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!